Well, it's the end of November now. All the dairy herd are inside and we've got a few heifers just left outside. You can see, I think I showed you on a video earlier, that there is quite a lot of flooding just starting to come out on some lower fields. That's not ours, that's the neighbours there. You can see the water there. But if I pan across, I can just see a sort of outline of some water on top of the grass there. I don't know how easy you can make that out. So our lower fields are getting very wet. So what we're doing now is just letting the young stock ranch over what are the grazing cattle for grazing ground for the dairy herd. And this is one in the summer the cows come out. I also make silage on it. And there's a fair amount of grass on here. There's still a bite for them. Although the trouble is the grass this time of year hasn't got a deal of nutrition, and I imagine it's probably wet and cold. They're not that keen on eating it. So really it's just a bit of a holding pattern. I'm keeping them out here another week or so, just so that it saves me bedding them down and feeding them once they're inside. But it's almost inevitable now. We've only got a week or 2 weeks before they come inside. So I'm just going to call them up from where they are now. There we go, that's the loop that keeps the gate open. Let's see if we can find the young stock. You can see how muddy it's getting in the gateways and the rest of the field's not great. Come on Ed! Come on Ed! Come on Ed! There they go, they led down there. They seem quite happy actually, which is always good. You know, they're not pacing the boundaries looking for something to eat. Come on Ed! Come on! Come on Ed! Come on Ed! Come on Ed! Come on! Come on Ed! They don't seem bothered, do they? Come on! Come on Ed! Let them out in this field last Friday and it's now Thursday, and they have actually pretty well got this down. It's pretty muddy. They've eaten a lot of the grass here, so it's definitely time to move in the other field. But I think we've got another couple of fields we can put them in, but after that it's pretty well come indoors. And they're just starting to get up now. Come on Ed! Come on! Come on Ed! Come on! Come on Ed! Come on! I don't think they know what's going on really. Come on! Come on Ed! Unbelievably, I've been calling these for about 3 or 4 minutes now and they're actually heading the wrong direction. So see if I can get them to come this way eventually. Come on! Come on Ed! Come on! Come on Ed! Oh, they're stubborn. It's because they're not, I think it's partly because they're not used to this field, so they don't normally come in here, so they don't actually really know where the gateways are or anything, or where I'm calling them to. Whereas normally, with the paddocks they're normally in, they would be really familiar with where they're going to. Look, you see they're actually all heading the wrong way. They don't realise that the gate I'm going to call them to is up there. I don't know, really crazy cows. Come on! Unbelievable, they don't want to come with me. They've actually decided to stay down by that blooming pond. They don't want to come up to the fresh field with the fresh grass. I give up. Well, I didn't give up. In the end, I decided it was better to walk back down and give them another call. So I just come down pretty close to them, and they actually, hopefully, are going to follow me up now. Come on, Ed. Come on. Come on, Ed. They don't seem very bothered, though. Come on. Come on. Well, they are coming, but they're very slow. They don't seem really very interested in where I'm going either. Whether they're a bit sceptical of my motives, I don't know. Come on girls, come on! Come on Ed! Ha! I think it's just dawned on them that they're going to go to a new field. Look at the difference. Suddenly they're all actually really keen to come. Come on Ed! Come on! Funny animals. Come on! Look at them all now. Blooming typical, isn't it? I couldn't get them to come up. Spent ages calling them and now they're all a bit more interested. Come on Ed! Come on! Right, so I'm going to walk on through the gateway. A bit muddy, and I bet they'll fall in and run around the field. Come on! Come on then girls. A few boys there as well, mate. Come on! There's the field they haven't been into. Let's see how they react when they come through the gate. Come on in. Looking a bit cautious. Come on. Once the one goes through, they'll all go bombing. Here we go. Come on in. So after all that kind of palaver of me trying to call them up, and it was a bit of palaver, I didn't film it all, but I was down there calling them and everything, they just didn't want to know. But now you can see they're quite excited to be out in a fresh field. Come on in. One or two of these are due to calve in a couple of weeks' time. That's 778 over there. I think she's due in January. So it's much nicer to be out here on a bit of fresh grass, and like I said, I'll be moving them on to fresh fields in the next week or so, and then that'll be it really. But that's better, isn't it? A bit of fresh grass. The last lot as well. Last bit of grazing really. So what they'll do is they'll have a wander around, look, explore the field they're not used to going into. There's the troublemakers, there's the 3 young ones there. If anything, they're going to be a problem is that I've got round bales up here in the same field, and you can see they're stacked up. I've got an electric fence around them, but my biggest worry is that they're not used to electric fence, and they'll just plough through it and rip the bales, which happened a few years ago. So I'll wait and see what happens. I'll keep an eye on that. There's a bit of a vulnerable position up there. But they all look alright. So, time to get back for dinner.